This is Roger Struckoff with Syscon TV. We're in day 3 at Cloud Expo East in New York in the year 2015. I do that so 100 years from now they'll know when it was and they'll say, wow, look at the clothes they wore back then. That's weird.
Yeah.
You know, we're joined by Jeremy Steinert with WSM International. And he's here to talk about DevOps, which is like the big topic of this whole show. So thank you for joining us. Let's talk about DevOps and what WSM International does about it.
Absolutely. So what we try to do is help to transform an organization and their operations and make them more efficient, more agile, and more nimble to move into the cloud or move between cloud providers and create an agnostic tool set that doesn't rely on any particular server, allows the different teams for development and operations to move more efficiently and spend more time working on new features rather than fixing problems.
You know, at this show, we've got a couple of tracks devoted to DevOps. A lot of people exhibiting, talking about it. It's more like DevOps culture than tools as well. How is that? Would you agree with that? And if so, how do you address that?
Absolutely. A big problem with integrating DevOps tools are the culture of a workplace and breaking away from the old paradigm of having multiple teams with very isolated responsibilities and moving into a model where all of the stakeholders in a product release have greater visibility, greater responsibility, and more accountability throughout the process, and improving the workflow so that you can really take some of the regular maintenance tasks off the table, put them into an automation tool chain, and really focus on product delivery.
It's interesting, sort of like distributed responsibility and accountability. I'm not sure everyone's in favor of that.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to have some organizations adapt to, and it's a gradual process. It's something that sometimes requires an outside consulting firm to come in and advise on strategies on how to integrate the teams together most efficiently.
But it seems like it's being driven by cloud. The whole idea of cloud computing and all of the tools and frameworks and methodologies that are emerging behooves companies to move as fast as they can. It's almost as if you can't do distributed computing, you can't do things across the cloud unless you are agile, just period. You just cannot do it. And so DevOps is not something that you're forcing on people. It just comes with the modern enterprise territory. Is that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. And the cloud really allows for that more agile approach, that more scalable and elastic kind of infrastructure that can grow and shrink as needed. You're not wasting as much money with servers that sit idly by, not doing anything. And it really gives you an opportunity to utilize your resources in the most cost-effective way.
What sort of customers do you have? What sort of customers do you expect to have the next couple of years?
Well, we have everything from small businesses all the way up to large enterprise customers. Anyone with a few developers and a few servers to thousands and thousands of servers and thousands of employees. So we've worked with a large number of industries: healthcare, finance, government, and different tech companies, e-commerce, and things like that.
And they come to you why? What are the advantages?
Well, we have 10 years worth of migration experience. We have a lot of proven strategies that help make that as efficient and painless as possible. And to be perfectly honest, not many people want to do migrations. It's kind of a thing that distracts from your primary focus of product delivery. And we're able to come in and take that off the plate and make it a lot easier and a lot more efficient, and generally save money in doing so.
How do they find you? What's your URL?
Our URL is WSMintl.com. That's WSM International.
WSMintl.com, WSM International. Been sitting here with Jeremy Steinert from that very same company for a few minutes. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. For Syscon TV, this is Roger Struckoff.